to another fresh take. Mickey, how are you?
I am doing great. How are you?
I'm animated.
Yay! Anime day!
I'm literally animated. So we got a season finale on our hands. Miss Marvel, episode 6, No Normal. And the other day when you texted me, I had no idea what you were talking about. I thought you were talking about like Doctor Strange. I'm like, yeah, everybody already knows that. So when I got the episode, I'm like,
Doctor Strange that came out like 3 months ago.
yeah, I'm like, why are you talking about that? I was like, I thought everybody knew about that. But yes, you were right. So before we get to that,
As always.
yeah, before we get to that, they've made a couple of they've had to make changes to Kamala's origin for various reasons. One of which being she is no longer an inhuman. So at the end of this episode, you find out she is a mutant. And at that time, they played the Fox animated series theme for about a good 10 seconds. And
I don't think it was 10 seconds. I was like, it was point
it
one
was
second.
it was a whole little and
That was
then
it.
a whole little other part. That was like 10 seconds.
Now, it was 4.
Okay, all right. 410 semantics. Anyway, they played it, and it kind of went hand in hand with what we're going to talk about happened in the episode because in the episode, you have damage control, the lady who clearly, I don't want to say I'll just say she's headstrong for no reason. Headstrong. She gets told on multiple occasions to disengage, don't, you know, terrorize people in the community. And she goes and does it anyway,
Mm-hmm.
which kind of lets me know, okay, so this is how they're probably going to be handling mutants, handling the X-Men when they come in. That's what I got the gist of it from. Um, Overall, like this episode is probably the most MCU-ish of the episodes, I would say. It has the most with it because here we get the climactic fight scene. We also get a funny plan that I knew wasn't going to work as described, which, to Kamala's credit, at least she has a plan. I'll put it at that.
No, it was funny. I enjoyed it. They're like, okay, this is what we're going to do. I was like, "Aw."
I mean, in theory, and for the most part, it was working.
Yeah. I mean, all it was supposed to do was be a distraction.
Yeah,
And that
basically, because what they're trying to do is get Cameron out of New York and somewhere safe. Um, because at the end of episode 5, he actually destroyed one of the drones that Damage Control was using. So him and Bruno had pretty much been on the run for like that whole night, basically. And Kamala finds out because they were trying to call Bruno because the store he was at, where he lives at, got blown up, essentially. So that's pretty much them being on the run for a good majority of the episode. Um, so their best idea that they come up with is, hey, if we go to the school because nobody's going to be there on a Saturday, we'll be able to like at least hide out there. And that doesn't work because Damage Control finds out that that's where they're at, and they go full on Wet Works team, and the community actually comes together because of the plan that they made. Because Zoe was there, which I thought it was funny that she was just there, as opposed to, you know, I didn't think she I didn't know what they were going to do with her character after like the second or third episode. I'm like, okay, maybe she's just out of the series now, but she's just there.
She was like, yeah, she was like, yeah, duh. I knew it.
Of course, Amir shows up, Kamala's brother, because her mom sent him to. I'm like, this is.
She was like, superheroes don't get babysitters. This one does.
I'm like that part made it funny, but it helped. It helped. It helped.
Yeah, but did we talk about the moment when she got her like official costume from her
I was
mom.
waiting for you to come back.
That was so cute. And like she had like the little red sash, and it's like it was so like cultural and appropriate because she's like fully covered and everything like that. But then she still has like the colors and embracement of like
you forget the most important part, Vicky.
What?
The Converse Chuck Taylors.
Oh.
Gotta have the Converse Chucks. But yeah, that part was actually pretty good because I was wondering how it was gonna look like in motion, and the costume works.
The costume works very well.
Yeah,
for
the costume really does work. Because when you look at a still picture, you're like, okay, that's cool, but how's it gonna look when they have to do action scenes, when you have to do like run stuff? It actually works. So
it works very well.
Yeah. So I'm like, they did a shout out to the costume design for the MCU. They do a good job on these costumes. So look, every costume don't translate well from the page to the screen. All right, let's just be real. Every costume don't translate well, but they did a good job with that one. So let me get your thoughts on the whole, on the episode as a whole, like the finale as a whole.
Oh, so I think it still was weird from like last week's episode, feeling like it should have been the end there. I don't know. It was like there's still something like it was weird, whatever. But I liked that her whole family embraced it so well, and it was funny when she like sat everybody down to tell like her dad, her mom, her dad, her brother, and the brother's wife, and they're like, "Oh no, really? You are?" It's like, you told them, like come on, you know the family. You tell one person, everybody's gonna know. Especially when you say, "Don't say nothing." They're gonna tell everybody. So, sis, what did you think?
It was funny because like mom told dad, brother overhears dad being happy. Wife overhears brother being happy. It was just a domino effect.
Like, come on. Not even overhears. Dad turns to brother. Let me tell you about your sister. Like, you're giving them too much credit.
Hey, I'm trying to be, yeah.
Too much credit. It went out on the family group text, okay?
Yeah. My favorite two people in the series is dad and brother. That's favorite two people in the series.
So like the fight sequence, the Scooby-Doo gang running around and making the military people look stupid was hilarious. And that lady's crazy. And he was like, stand down. We're all over the news. We're supposed to move in the shadows. And you're at a school in an urban city. What part of move in the shadows don't you understand?
Yeah.
And then once you like, and then it was funny because then when her boss was running, like reaming her out, like, hello, you went after kids on the news. like
everybody was filming it. Like
everybody was filming it. What was her? Zoe, what was her name? Zoe?
Yeah, she was live streaming it.
She was live streaming it. I wouldn't. No.
Yeah. So that was, you would have thought like once they hit that school, she would have been like, okay, we can't be around this at all. Like, and she was just like, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna get them. Like, lady, are you crazy? But if this is how they're gonna move when they actually bring the rest the whole mutant situation in, that's gonna actually make sense because that's pretty much how it goes on the X-Men side of Marvel. Like, people just don't. The Shadow Ops cats do not care. So that's gonna be interesting. The other thing too is the whole thing with Cameron when he finds out about his mom passing, and like, of course, he can't control.
But like, all Kamala had to do was like the second part when she told him more about it was where she should have led with it. Yeah. Like, listen, your mom sacrificed herself for you. Like that was what she was supposed to say. That should have been the first sentence as she tells the story.
Yeah.
Not make it seem like Kamala basically was the one that killed her. No, you're not telling the story right. If you're gonna tell the story, be like your mom. They opened like your mom sacrificed herself for you. She opened the rift and it was unstable. That's what happened. That's all you had to do.
Well, that or tell him before the Black Ops team get there. They're not trying to tell him while you're running.
While you're running.
Yeah.
Then he pulls a I like to call it a Star-Lord moment.
Yeah.
When he gets in his feels, ignores the plan, and everything goes astray.
Yeah. So they want now. To be fair, I got to give them props. Whoever did the choreography for the Cameron fights, they did a good job because they made it look like, yeah, don't run up on him on the wrong day of the week.
Yeah, exactly. This is him not knowing how to control his powers completely.
Yeah, while being in pain. And like the way they showed him, because he stopped using those abilities, just started beating bare knuckle.
Yep.
Which I'm like, okay, yeah, and I see this, okay. But I did. It was kind of cliched at the end with the whole him and Kamala helping him escape. It did get a little cliched, but I did like the way that they used that to show her actually get her semi-comic book accurate abilities. Because a lot of times people think that she's just another Reed Richards. I would say no. Her power set is more akin to like Luffy from One Piece, as opposed to like Stretch Armstrong, Reed Richards, because she can actually make parts of her body gigantically huge, you know, as well as stretch and stuff like that. So I actually like the way they did it when she finally says embiggen and all that, and actually uses the arms and the legs, and that part's kind of funny. It was actually done pretty well. The ending, it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad ending. But like you said, I think last week was a better place to stop it.
Yeah.
To be honest. This episode was basically to set up letting everybody know that she's a mutant, and that's where we're gonna go with this. And also because of the post-credit scene, because there is a post-credit scene and Brie Larson does show up. And that is going to lead directly into Captain Marvel 2 that comes out next fall, I think. I think that's next fall. I think So I think it's next fall. So that it pulls into that because I was wondering like how they were gonna set that up because Iman Vellani is supposed to be in Marvels, but at the post credit scene you see what happens because once again as I think that was me. That bangle is a Kree artifact, so they basically just swap places, which I thought was actually pretty cool. So overall, hey, they did a nice job. It was a nice job on the character, especially knowing that they had to make a lot of tweaks to it and a lot of changes for the adaptation. I actually liked it though.
Do you think in the Captain Marvel sequel, or the Marvels or whatever they're gonna call it, do you think we'll see the other bangle?
Probably.
Okay. I'm like, you can't give me that there's two of them, episode 2, and then we never hear about it again. No, I need the second bangle. I need to see who got it and what they're doing with it, what experiments they got going on, or who using it, whatever.
Seeing as how during that whole post-credit sequence, Kamala teleported out and Bree teleported in, I'm thinking the other bangle is at the end of that teleportation.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, maybe she got teleported to wherever that other.
And once again, that was a Kree hand, so I'm like, I'm hoping she's not on the Kree homeworld because they ain't gonna be able to deal with Kamala. They just not.
Yeah, so it'll be an interesting meetup, if you will.
Yeah, she's gonna fangirl out, and they're gonna be like, "What in the hell is wrong with this woman?
Why? What in the world? Somebody come get her."
Asking questions. So yeah. Overall, though, hey, good job. Good job.
Oh
Because
yeah.
I'm not I'm not a reader of that comic, but I have read like her team up books and stuff like that. And one thing that I hope that they do, um, when they get everybody, is actually have her team up with a lot of different people, because of the simple fact that like that's some of the best stuff that I read with her in the comics. Like the time she teamed up with Wolverine and actually started acting like him, like just looking for fights for no reason. The time she, the time she teamed up with like Cap. The time she teamed up with Ironheart. The time she teamed up with who else she teamed up with, I thought was actually a good run. When she teamed up with the Hulk, that was funny because that's when you found out her dad's a Hulk super fan. So that was actually pretty funny. So
Mhm.
I'm hoping they actually do that when they get around to getting everybody. Like after they introduce the X-Men and Fantastic Four, I'm hoping they actually do that at some point, just because I think that would be hilarious. And you can actually do that and get away with it as far as how the character is, because she will, you know, for lack of a better term, like just straight up fangirl out over any hero she actually meets.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you're not watching it, you probably should, because you probably will enjoy it. And another thing though, I think like everybody can enjoy this. This ain't one of those ones where you're like only the comic book fans are going to enjoy it, or I think everybody can enjoy this one just because it's actually not. It it doesn't take itself too seriously, and it's while it does have some cliche moments in it, it's done in an interesting way. I'll put it like that. And plus, the side characters really do a very good job. Like there was not one annoying character that I could think of, annoying side character in here that I could think of. Not even the damage control people. I wasn't even mad at them. They were just like cliche government people. But I wasn't even mad at them. But like, there wasn't one character in here that actually annoyed me. I would say so. Go out and watch it if you haven't had the chance. All 6 episodes are now up, so you can go on and binge watch it. In the episodes for the most part, range between 40 and 50 minutes, so they're not long watches. Like you don't have to worry about an hour and a half, 2 hours. It's under an hour, so it's all good there. So six
Mhm.
episodes, an hour at a under an hour piece. So go for it and let us know what you guys think. Will you be looking forward to seeing her in Captain Marvel 2? And I'm pretty sure this is going to get a season 2. I'm pretty sure this one will get a season 2. Um, and just let us know what you guys think. Also, since we got, I think the next one up is the next MCU show up is She Hulk, and that's August 17th. That's the one I'm actually a little bit worried about, but
Oh, is that the next show we're watching? Is that the next?
that's the next MCU show. The next show that's up is the Star Wars Andor series. That's the week before that one, like the 13th or something.
Okay, you got to remind me. I mean, usually Apple TV tells me they're like, we think you would like this, but just in case I forget.
Yeah, because we do got like a couple weeks. We got a couple weeks, so
Exactly. And I'll
yeah.
totally forget by then.
All right, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. We appreciate the love. And anything you want to pimp out, Vicky, before we get out of here?
Yeah, as always, come on by Fangirl Review on Twitch. Check me out on YouTube. We got some fun stuff happening on both channels. And, I'm really getting into my rug tough thing. So, hit me up if you want to buy a rug. If your logo or something or like an anime character you really like, hit me up.
All right, cool. And we got the Winging It podcast tonight at 7. We're going to be doing a little genre love on the action genre. So check us out tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also got some gameplay up of Punch Out from 2009. Did that last night. Did that live stream last night. So the gameplay is up with commentary on the gaming channel if you want to check that out. And I think I put it on here too, on this main channel too. I can't remember. But yeah, check that out when you have a chance. And we will see you guys, if not next week, sometime in August. Peace.